on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
I tell you what, the Dominican Republic just keeps surprising us around every turn. There's all kinds of these destroyed or buildings that are in ruins.
And this is where you come if you want to enjoy a beach day.
This is where it's at. This is enough already to make us want to come back to Luperon. This is a blast. Let's see what, we don't even know where we're going right now, to be completely honest, so this should be fun. Today we are at a whole different part of this enormous country, this enormous island. We're in a little town or a little village called Luperon.
We've heard a lot about this town, but a lot of very different things. We still have no idea what to expect. So today we're going to be exploring and seeing what this place is all about. We are actually starting things off at a marina. This is one of the most important marinas in all of the Dominican Republic. You might be surprised to hear that there is actually a marina here. We'll get into that a little bit later and talk about that. But this place is so stunning, and if you're wondering where it's located, it's about an hour or so west of Puerto Plata.
I tell you what, the Dominican Republic just keeps surprising us around every turn. All the different places you can go in this country, and who would have thought we're in a bay like this?
I know, it's funny because we've traveled to a lot of different islands here in the Caribbean, and you get to certain ones and there's tons and tons of sailors there, something we are not. I find it an interesting lifestyle. It's definitely appealing in certain ways, other than the fact that you have to sail, which is not appealing to me, but the lifestyle itself is fun. But here, this is where it seems to be where all the sailors that come to the Dominican Republic seem to congregate. So that's super fascinating because you don't really meet a lot of sailors when you're traveling around the country.
There are so many boats in this bay. To be completely honest, we thought there would be like 5 or 6. Turns out there could be close to 100. It's so beautiful here. You can see the mountains rolling in the background, the ocean as well, and this bay is just super calm. Now you guys might be wondering, like, why are there so many boats here in this random town? Well, the thing is, it's one of the most protected areas in all of the Caribbean. It's apparently the perfect place to come, especially if there was going to be a hurricane. We're not in hurricane season right now, but that's just good to know. I have to think that's why this spot is so popular.
I'd love to know how many people are actually like on their boats at the moment, or like coming in, spending some time here, maybe touring around the Caribbean as well, versus people that have just left their boats here for the season. Maybe they'll come back later and get them. But it's probably a good place to leave your boat because it is so protected. The water's so calm. You probably don't need to worry about storms coming in and like damaging your boat. But you'll notice there are a whole lot of dinghies here, which indicates to me that there's a lot of people that are coming in, parking their dinghy and then going into town for the day.
You guys probably noticed the glass bottom kayaks there. It'd be fun to take these out. There's a regular kayak, and then you have these kind of little motorized boats as well. The thing is, though, they cost some money and they're not cheap.
Yeah, we asked yesterday and maybe they gave us the wrong price, but they did say it was 2,000 pesos for 1 hour. So that's like close to $40 for an hour. That seems like a lot to me, so we're probably not going to do that today. I'd love to, though. This would be a great place to go kayaking. So if you're wondering, this is called Puerto Blanco Marina. There's also a restaurant here called Las Vilas, and I think there might be a hotel as well.
So we're just walking inside the restaurant here. You can see there's like a little bar area. There's some people around having lunch, but there's something this way we thought we'd go check out.
Yeah, this is interesting.
There's like I don't know what this is, to be completely honest. This is where we need anyone that's watching that knows more about boats than us, because our knowledge is zero. What is this thing over here? So looks to be the bottom half,
the front,
or the front of a boat, now that I get closer to it. So this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I wonder if there's an actual like story behind this, or if it's just somebody wanted to keep in theme with the nautical things happening here and put half of a boat here.
They even have, I wonder if there used to be kind of water down here.
Oh, I wonder.
And then you got kind of the big captain's wheel. It's pretty neat. It's actually really colorful.
It is. I like the tenting that's above it. It's pretty cool.
I know one of the things, this is maybe the time to bring it up, but Christopher Columbus has a bit of a connection here, huh?
Yes. So I was trying to read a little bit about Christopher Columbus. You guys probably know that he has a big connection to the Dominican Republic because he was the first explorer that came here in whatever year, 1494
or 1492?
I think it was 1494 when he got here.
I was about to do the rhyme, isn't it? Like Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Anyway, you guys can fact check us, no problem.
Right, but he ended up landing not far from here. I think it's called La Isabela. It's not too far from here. And then the rumor is that he actually put his boat in here in order, I guess, because it's protected. So maybe he was the first sailor that kind of discovered Luperon.
It's always fun to talk about Christopher Columbus because a lot of countries try to claim his fame. Now I know we'll get some comments on this, and we love hearing it. But for instance, we were just in Greece recently in a little sleepy island called Chios, and even there they were saying it has connection there.
Well, they thought maybe he was born in Greece. So I guess a lot of countries try to claim that he was actually from their country. So I think he was actually exploring on behalf of Spain. Is that right?
Oh, well, 100% he was exploring on behalf of Spain.
But then I think the Portuguese have claimed him, the Italians, the Greeks think maybe he used to talk about, it's an interesting fact, we were on this island, Trevor was saying, Chios, mastic is a type of tree from there. Apparently he talked about that a lot or wrote about it in a book or something. So people thought maybe he's from Chios.
Yeah, and it was the only place that this mastic was there. But anyway, back to here. You guys that are watching, I'm sure that we got some history buffs out there. Let us know like what you think. Is this the first spot, this area where Columbus landed? You tell us. Well, we just came down to the beach area here, and you know you're in a rural part of the DR when you're hanging out with the cows. So the cows like the beach as well. I don't want to get too close because I think I'll spook them. They look like very small baby cows, dare I say. But man, right in front of me, this view is just wild. Yeah, that's gonna do the trick, huh? It's pretty nice.
Not too bad. So we actually came down here yesterday is when we arrived in Luperon. We came right here just to check out the beach. And it's interesting how the layout is. So this area is kind of more like, there's some sand, but then it gets rocky and there's like a breakwater, kind of like a natural breakwater there. But the water is just so stunning.
So the name of this beach is Playa Grande. So that's interesting as well. There's another Playa Grande way over by Nagua. So here we have another one, but this is, well, this might be a little more rustic. Right now you might start to hear some music coming this way. We're just gonna leave the camera on and walk. Look at this, you just kind of have all these bars. I think they open up a little later in the day. But look at all the chairs here. Wow, the music is just hilarious. There's not Dominican music, I'm actually shocked. Yeah, this area is our kind of vibe. Look at this. Can you just like sit there and have a cerveza? We might actually do that at some point. It's super quiet though. Not a lot of people here. There's a bar.
I think it probably gets busier later in the day would be my guess. But the views are just amazing. Like to come and just sit here in the broken swing, but or you know, at an actual table and just look out at that gorgeous water.
Should we go see the broken swing? I mean, clearly this would have been very Instagrammable at one point, but still pretty nice. Let's take a peek over the edge here. Yeah, this is so cool. Nice. This is just unique, like the way you're kind of on a cliff, but there's also sand over here too, like, and then there's a drop. Yeah. Obviously stairs were there before.
At one point, yeah.
But look at the color of the water, you guys. Oh my. This is so interesting. Like you even have cool trees like this. You guys are gonna see in a second. Got like a clearly, well, that used to be a working barbecue. And then this way, you can see there's like some shacks that are closed up right now. I wonder if these open up a little later, but this is just neat. This is not something that we've come across in the DR before. So far this town is like super beautiful. It's a little bit luxurious, especially where we just were, and a touch quirky. I
mean, other than last night, we're really honestly just discovering this town along with you guys as we film this. Sometimes we have a couple days in a place before we actually film, but this time we don't because we don't have a whole lot of time here. But I also get the feeling it's a little bit rustic as well, and I think it's a good place probably to come if you're looking to get a little bit off the beaten path and not to go to the main tourist destinations.
Found another barbecue. This might be a working one. We'll keep going though. It's just like all these kind of shack restaurants. Oh, it's kind of cute though and pretty. You got the Dominican music on now. Got Dominicans here. Hola. Oh, you got people hanging out, some tourists. That's gorgeous, man. This is beautiful.
And then welcome to the main part of the beach. So that's where all the little shacky things are. And this is where you come if you want to enjoy a beach day.
This is where it's at. Who knew this town has a beach this grande?
I know. Who knew?
Oh yeah, it was too easy to make a joke.
If you want to come to the Dominican Republic and have a place all to yourself, have a beach all to yourself, this is clearly the spot to do it at. Amazing.
This is enough already to make us want to come back to Luperon, huh?
I know, like look, there's palm trees up here, so if you want to have some natural shade, you just go place yourself there. The water is right behind us. One thing I'm not sure, because there is literally no one here, is it safe to swim? It's pretty wavy, but you never know. It's like, I guess the current would be the big question, because I think the waves are definitely doable, but is there a big undertow there? I don't know.
That's the thing. It's not that the waves are too big. It's just we were told the other Playa Grande has a bad undertow.
Yeah, we have been told that. Yeah.
Maybe this one does. I'm not going to test it out today, but either way, it's just great to look at.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Now, this is something we wanted to talk about as well with you guys. There's all kinds of these destroyed or buildings that are in ruins, dilapidated, whatever the word is you want to use. There's all kinds of these around this area here in Luperon, and it makes us wonder, like, what the heck was going on here before?
Yeah, if anyone's watching this video that's maybe from here or knows a little bit about the history, I'd love to know, like, did this used to be some thriving resort town? Because I couldn't hear what you just said, so maybe you just said this, but there's like all these just abandoned resort hotel-y looking places.
And they look like they're kind of out of the 70s or 80s or something like that. So the only thing we heard is way back in the day, and I don't know if this was the 70s or 80s, but I think a lot of Germans used to come here, and maybe Europeans, and I think it was the place to be. Someone in Cabarete we know even said like it almost had like a California vibe, which I don't even get. I mean, maybe because there's some rolling hills around and there's houses in those hills and those mountains, and we're going to show you where we're at because we're sort of in one of those. We'll show you that soon in the video. But walking around, again, this is our first time ever doing this, so apologies if we're getting it wrong. It feels like this town is like a shell of what it used to be. For better or worse though, right? That's the thing. I'm sure anyone that comes here now loves it because it's really rustic. There's not many tourists here at all. I know a lot of people live here, but I don't think a lot of people come this far. But we're very curious, like, was this just absolutely jam-packed like in the past? And this isn't the only one. These buildings are all around everywhere you go, especially when you get close to the coastline here.
Can we just take a moment to enjoy the view you get from up here? If this was like a beach bar or something, it was perfect. You have these like three big trees, I should say, right here. Perfect photo opportunity. And then like, look this way. Speaking of photo opportunities, we do actually have Instagram. We post a lot on stories, which is like something we can do really in the minute. It's good because our videos are usually a little bit behind. So follow us on Instagram or Facebook, watch those stories. We try once in a while to post in the feed, but we're really bad about keeping up with that. But it is a good way to keep up with us, like more so in real time. Well, we couldn't resist taking a little pit stop at one of these little local shacks and getting a Presidente light with a lime, by the way. I know we talk about this in every single video, but it's really good. Just light is very, very good with a lime. It adds a little something special to it. We call it Dominican Coronas, just to be a little cheeky about it. But a lot of people ask us, like, don't you get island fever spending so much time here on one island? But Dominican Republic, people do not realize how massive it is. Like, it's huge. Often people that we know will message us and be like, oh, I'm gonna be in Punta Cana, let's get together. And it's like, that's actually a 6-hour drive from us. And there's even farther away places than that. Like, you could spend literally years exploring this place. I have a massive list of all these places we want to get to that I feel like we're never ever gonna do. But I think by the time we did, we could probably just start over again. Like, we never get bored. There's so much to do and see here.
I'm glad Anna mentioned our Dominican Coronas. Now, we've asked you guys before on the other side of the lens, have any of you tried one of these yet? This is our thing. We're trying to like trademark it. Only it has to be a Presidente light, and you put lemon in Dominican Corona. You guys know the drill. But we got to talk about the DR a little bit more because, as you guys can tell, I think anyway, we are always genuinely really shocked at what this country has to offer, and the slogan is something like the DR has it all, and it's true. Obviously, we all know watching that there's gorgeous beaches in this country. Obviously, everyone knows there's Punta Cana, but there is so much more than that. There's rustic little fishing villages. There's sandbar islands that we've been to. It's not too far from here, called Cayo Marina, actually. And there's even mega ultra modern cities, like 2 of them that we've been to anyway. The biggest one, Santo Domingo, and of course Santiago. In Santo Domingo, we were in a mall called the Blue Mall, and it was like the fanciest mall we've ever been in. So yeah, back to the island fever thing. I don't think it's possible to get it here. That's what's so great about this. It's not like we're on an island like St. Martin. I mean, that island's absolutely beautiful, but it's a little smaller. Here it feels like you're in just like, you're obviously in a country, but it feels like a big giant country in the most beautiful spot in the world, right in the Caribbean. And that's one of the reasons why we just absolutely love this place.
One thing I do have to be really mindful of is trying to appreciate this and not take it for granted, because when you see it every day, it does just start to be like, yeah, it's really nice. And then you have to really like think about it and be like, wait a second. Most people, especially Canadians, are at home in the snow right now, and here I am just spending every day exploring this amazing country. And so you can just sort of be like, of course, doesn't everybody do this every day? Well, no, they absolutely don't, and we are very, very blessed to be able to get to do this. Yes, it's a lot of work. We worked hard to get here, but sometimes I need to take a moment, look out at this beautiful view and just like be silent and just really, really appreciate it. Welcome to the place that we've rented while we're here in Luperon. We thought we'd give you a quick little tour. It's just actually a couple minutes from the beach. You could probably walk there from here, and then it's about a 5-minute drive from the actual town, which we'll go to next. But we figured we would show you around. It's actually a pretty big apartment. Got, when you walk in, I guess a dining room right away, which we've turned into as normal, where we've set up our workstations.
We got a big living room here, so you can probably tell the place is nice and white, nice and bright. Got ceiling fans. I'm gonna take you guys right outside though and show you kind of the best part. So yeah, I'll take you guys out here on the patio. So of course you got a few seats and all that stuff, but that's not why we're here. We're here to see the view, so we can actually see the ocean off in the distance. Now I realize in the camera here it's gonna look really small, but it's closer than it appears. So that's just an extra bonus that we have this view. The beach is actually just right down there. Take you guys into the kitchen here, but there's some things that are wrong with the place. It looks nice and bright on camera, but watch this, there we go. So we just have...
Kind of annoying.
It's kind of annoying. Lights that do that, I better turn that off before people take a seizure or something like that. But also like, it's not the cleanest. It doesn't look, on the camera it's gonna look good, but
I think it actually maybe was empty for a little while, because I wouldn't say it was dirty. It was just kind of like dusty, almost as though someone had cleaned it and then it sat for a while and then we came in, but that's my guess, but I could be wrong. It's actually a pretty big kitchen, you will see. We are not really using it that much because we're gonna try to eat out while we're here. We're only here for a couple of nights, so we figured why not try the restaurants in town while we're here, but it's not bad.
Yeah, the coffee maker, like this is just one of those examples. Like the coffee maker was all caked with like, I don't know, grounds. So it's just, there's been some stuff like that, but we'll keep showing you guys.
It happens.
It does happen sometimes. Another thing that happened was our lock. I'll show you. So we have one of these fancy keypads. This, I think the batteries have like basically run out. And what happened was all night last night, and I mean the entire night last night, that beeped every 15 minutes. So at one point I barely slept, but hey, what do you do? Okay, Anna's going into the bedroom, but I'll show you guys one of the bathrooms. Again, they look really nice on camera, but the problem is, what's happening is there's no water. Oh, there's water today. What? I swear you guys, this was not happening yesterday. The water was going behind the sink. Look at that, it fixed itself.
Yeah, so this is one of the bedrooms. Queen size bed, I believe. We slept in here last night, very comfortable. Also got a TV over here, kind of on an angle at the moment.
It is on a bit of an angle. Not sure why that is.
Is that better?
It looks a little better. One more bedroom right here. This one has a bathroom, but the reason we didn't take this room to sleep in construction.
Yeah, you might have noticed when Trevor took you outside to the front patio, there's construction right there, so we figured we'd sleep in the back bedroom, even though this one would be more convenient because this is the better bathroom.
Yeah, bathroom is good. It's nice and bright. It's kind of like the other one. So this place does the trick for Luperon. All right, I'm sure you guys are wondering what the price is per night here. So it's 100 USD. So it's a little on the high side for like a small town. We are kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. However, we're paying for that view, and we're paying because we're close to the beach. And we wanted to also see, you guys know we've been talking about like living or maybe moving here, even though we already do live here, but maybe buying something down the road. We want to see what Luperon was all about, like what it has to offer with kind of fancier places. I'd say this place is just okay. We could have stayed somewhere for a lot less than $100, but you are paying for that view and you're paying to be close to town, so that's pretty great. But speaking of town, we're gonna go there now. Well, one of the things we love about the town here so far, Luperon, is you can actually take tuk-tuks to get around. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. There were a few in Canada, but it seems to be a new thing. There aren't really like any in where we're from in Cabarete or Puerto Plata that we've seen, so it's a fun little thing.
This is a blast so far. It actually reminds me a little bit like we're back in the Philippines when we got stuck there a long time. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Let's see, give you guys a glimpse. There we go, right out the window. Got our driver going here. But yeah, it's like a proper tuk-tuk. super cool. ¿Cómo está, amigo? So we found the best tuk-tuk driver in all of the town. Let's see if I can show you guys some action outside. So there we go.
I see you.
We got motorbikes around. So it's pretty tight, as you guys can tell here. Pretty quiet town, nice and colorful. But it's cool that you can take these tuk-tuks. See if we can get around the car here. But yeah, this is one of the more rustic towns we've been to in the Dominican Republic. I mean, I say Las Galeras might have been more rustic, but this is pretty local. So this is kind of fun. But you can see like going by trucks, people behind us walking down the road. This is a blast. Let's see what we don't even know where we're going right now, to be completely honest. So this should be fun. So yeah, here's the trike. What's your name again?
My name is Zach.
Zach. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll make sure to put this in the video. So
I
you.
make taxi and in town, so
He's the best.
French, English, Spanish,
All the-
Creole, so you know.
All right, muchas gracias, amigo. Merci
Thank you so
beaucoup.
much.
All right, well, here we go. This is super quiet, super local. Anna's back here taking it all in.
It's relatively quiet right now. I mean, the streets are quiet, I should say. There's not too much traffic, but I just hear like people around, some music happening.
Yeah, if we go this way, you got like car washes. That's pretty common. And people just hanging around. Pretty narrow streets, huh? But like, you don't really have to worry like about the cars coming. Like, actually the setup, we've been to Las Terranas before. And in Las Terranas, these streets are packed. It's funny, I thought I'd show you guys Duarte Street. There's always a Duarte Street in almost every town in the DR. Are you surprised there's a Duarte Street?
I think there's one in every town. Is it like a rule that each town has to have a Duarte Street?
I think so.
He was the founding father, I don't know if you said that, of the country, and that's why everything's named after him.
Yeah, I mean, literally everywhere we go, there is a street.
Or a square or something. There's always something.
Let's see over here. So we were here the other night when we got here really late to eat. It was okay. Got some music that way. It's always loud in the DR.
So we arrived here on a Tuesday, and we found out that on Monday and Tuesday, a lot of restaurants and bars are closed, so just be warned if you are coming here.
You can see like a motorbike shop over there. You got people hanging out that way. Hola, amigo. Yeah, there's just like random shops, but it's kind of neat. And then you got garbage over there, but I don't know if that's just how it is. You're gonna find that sometimes. So if you guys are wondering if we would recommend this place for a very authentic experience, yeah, we would. I mean, I know sometimes you guys say, oh, Cabarete is too many people, or if we go to Punta Cana or something like that, especially too many people, but you know, this place...
This definitely does not have too many people. Not at all. It is, I think the majority of people that come here are sailors, in fact, which we are not. So it's interesting to come to a town that's not really that touristy.
In fact, some of the gringos, for lack of a better word, have asked us, like, you didn't come here on a boat? How did you get here? It's like, well, we just drove. Yeah. Well, we found this cute little cocktail bar, let's call it that, and we decided to stay here for a while. So beautiful inside. And right now, we just finished up our drinks. We're back outside, and we're gonna try to sum up the day a little bit, huh?
Yeah, so my biggest challenge so far has been trying to figure out where to eat each night. I mean, we were only here last night. Most stuff was closed, as I said, on Monday and Tuesday, so that created a challenge today. It's Wednesday, some more things are open, but we ended up talking to a few people, and they said, one thing they said was that the restaurants here are very supportive of one another, so they'll often close on different days. But one thing I've noticed is they don't seem to update their Google listings or their times, so we've had an impossible time trying to figure out what's open. We've kind of had to walk around tonight and try to figure out where we're going to eat dinner.
I know we said like today is kind of the first day with feet on the ground here, but last night we kind of arrived late and like we looked up all the Google listings. We should have known better, but everything was closed. We did find a place to eat.
The places that were open we literally went to and they'd be shut down. There's another one that was supposed to be open today. It's closed at the moment. So definitely be aware of that if you're coming here. You're probably just going to have to come out and try to figure out what's open like on the spot.
Now here's the thing. How do you like kind of sum up the day? Well, here's something. We didn't know what to expect when we were coming in, but what we'll tell you is that every Dominican we met today would say, like, you know, where are you from, of course, and they're happy we're here, but every gringo we met today kind of said, like, what boat is yours? Like, what boat did you arrive on? And then we tell them, like, we drove here
Yeah.
in a car, they're all like, what? Like, what's going on?
And going back to the beginning of the video, you know, like we came in anticipating maybe there'd be a few boats in the marina. No, there are tons of boats. And as we walked around today, especially this evening, that stuff that we didn't film, was we met a lot of people that are in boats that spend a lot of time here. And it seems like it's pretty rare for people to do what we're doing right now, which is drive here, rent a place, stay here. They just expect you to be on a sailboat.
They really do. Like, we met a lot of people that told us, and now we know what the word is. A lot of people say like this is a hurricane hole in the boating world, and I hope I'm getting that right. It's a safe haven to store your boat if you're coming to this part of the Caribbean, especially if you're coming down from Florida and you're kind of skimming past like Bahamas,
Yeah.
Cuba. If you're from Canada, you could go to Cuba, but you know, you're coming here, this is a safe place. But after this, there's not a lot. You kind of have to go to Puerto Rico or around to the bottom of the DER. So that's just like interesting. But here's the other cool thing. A lot of people say, we met so many people today. Once they dock their boat here, they've been here for years.
Yes.
Years and years.
Yeah, that seems very, very strange to me. I just assumed if you're on a boat, you're probably every week or two trying to go to a new place. But some people just clearly come and like anchor their boat and stay for a while.
I know. So I hope we've given you a little bit of insight to how this all works here in Luperon. 1 second, we wait for the moto taxi. Oh, he's going the other way. I'll just wait it out. It's all good. Hola, amigo. Okay. So what we can tell, obviously a lot of people come here on yachts. Obviously a lot of people come here and love it. It's 1 hour from Puerto Plata, about an hour and a half from Santiago, which is the second biggest city in the country. A lot of fun. If you guys are watching, and I know a lot of you do that are looking for things to do in the DR, come here. This is super fun.
Yeah, in our next video, we're gonna still be in this area, but we're gonna branch off and visit some areas that are just a little bit outside of the town, drive a little bit to some beaches and some other things that you can do while you're here in the western part of the North Coast.
We're hoping to get to a really nice beach in the next video. If we don't, depends on the weather tomorrow. We're tracking it. Looks good at the moment, but you never know. We can't wait to show you guys that. If not, we'll see you next week. If you got this far in the video, because we think it's a long one, Trevor, Anna, Delightful Travelers, hit the subscribe button, leave us a like, because that might help out the most, and leave us a comment, because we love to read your comments. But for now, we're going to go try to get some food.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Luperon, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.